Alright, the long-awaited warrior guide is here. This video took a long time to produce, but you will understand why in just a little bit. The whole process needed a lot of preparation. But I'm gonna be honest, warriors are a pretty subpar class to play in Curse of Aros right now due to their low damage output, extreme close range, and are surprisingly costly to set up. There's very little chance anyone would even consider playing a warrior right now, but here are some reasons why you might want to. Firstly, you can use melee in any kind of PvP, and that includes the high-risk PvP. You cannot use magic over there. Secondly, leveling out your melee grants you access to more fortification stats, meaning more HP or more defense, or maybe even both. These are usually only important against the mummy boss, but it is still decently relevant nonetheless. Thirdly, some players actually enjoy playing it as a warrior, and that is fine too. And last but not least, warriors have a very potent area attack, making them exceptional in claiming a stake to a training spot. And we will be abusing our area attack as much as possible to ensure we level up fast. Take note that this guy will attempt to speed around your melee gains, and your comfort will be secondary. The way forward will be difficult, but you asked for this. Now remember when I said warriors are expensive, here's a brief example of why that is the case. So the level 80 warrior phantom set costs 60 million in the market right now, while the level 90 mage torment set costs at most 50 million. Furthermore, the entire level 100 warrior ancient set costs actual billions to smith, while the level 100 mage turmoil set costs at most 900 million. So following this general fact, I highly advise new players to first level as a mage, and you can refer to my thorough mage guide in the video linked above before even considering building a warrior. It gets so technical and so expensive that you should definitely secure prior funding to be a decently competent warrior. You will thank me for this later, trust me. So knowing that we will be approaching the warrior from an experienced player's point of view, here are some important prerequisites that we will need before we can begin raising our melee level. But before that, if you find this video helpful for you, consider subscribing. Subscribing is free and you can always change your mind afterwards. Alright, let's move on. So firstly, we will need to have level 85 in smithing, video linked above, as this will give us access to all recipes for all endgame warrior gear sets. This is extremely important. Failing this first step makes your entire warrior life not impossible, but extremely tiring. Secondly, we will need a few relics to level up effectively. These three are the Relic of Accuracy, the Relic of Experience, and the Relic of Affliction. What the Relic of Affliction does is it gives you 25% chance to deal an additional 50% of your damage in cursed magic. This effectively increases your average DPS by 12.5%, and it will help so much in beating mobs quicker. Thirdly, we will equip the Amulet of Focus and Cactus Ring at all times for an additional 10 accuracy and 7 strength. This is huge for grinding, and the best part is you can equip both of them at level 1. Fourthly, we will always be drinking a few potions to aid us in our leveling. These potions are the Potion of Strength, the Potion of Accuracy, and the Potion of Vitality. We will be making full use of our area attacks, and that requires a decent amount of healing coming from the Potion of Vitality. Fifthly, is that even a word? Fifthly, we will need a lot of gold. As prefaced in this video's introduction, I do expect you to be pretty advanced in your magic first. This means you always have access to gold by farming bosses, and you can keep up to pace with the requirements set out in this video. We will need a lot of gold to raise a warrior, but I will try to trim it down to the best of my abilities to only spending on what will really make a big difference in our leveling experience. Get it? Leveling experience? Because leveling requires... Never mind. Sixthly, I'm just so that these are real words right now, we need a magic pet that is either CD or Tiny Directs at the moment. This is extremely important, and there are two main reasons why. The first is because running a melee pet requires your pet to chase after enemies you attack. This slows down your total DPS and therefore your leveling efficiency. We don't want that. The second reason is, and most people do not know this, magic pets actually attack in a small area of effect. So long as the enemies are stacked on top of each other, you can expect your pets to be a lot more efficient in assisting your grinding. So magic pets, magic pets, magic pets. Finally, and this is not really a prerequisite but rather a key point to note, since we will have many levels invested into magic by now, therefore we already have a lot of fortification stat points. This means we do not need to focus on the HP and defense aspects of our equipment, and we can and we should maximize our damage output through investing only in equipment that provides us with the best accuracy and the best strength stats. This is very important and a major foundation for this entire guide. Now moving on to our stats, for the most part we only need at most 40 accuracy invested into our stat points, and as you progress higher you could afford to go a little bit lower, maybe even 0 accuracy. However, it actually does benefit you a great deal investing with some accuracy, as the bonus is further multiplied by the Potion of Accuracy. Trust me, there is a visible difference grinding mobs when you have that little bit more accuracy invested. I highly recommend sticking to 40 accuracy points and just pumping the rest into strength, and the best is honestly to not think too much about it. Now, starting off at level 1, make sure you have all of your potions, your relics, your accessories equipped before you proceed with our leveling goals. I recommend killing chickens to level 10 and then equip an iron sword and rough up some forest spiders until level 20. Put all of your gain stat points into 40 accuracy and then start working on gaining strength levels afterwards. Next, we are going to take a massive jump in difficulty by killing ice fiends, but we should be completely fine with all the accuracy we now have. The reason why we are doing this is so that we can kill enough ice fiends to loot the level 60 chaotic Mython sword that they drop, as well as a level 70 glacial blade, so we don't have to actually buy these stuff. But please do not waste your money buying any warrior armor right now, as they simply do not provide any strength and accuracy stats, so just equip your best mage set for a little bit more defense. And it is entirely optional for you to craft the shadow buckler right now. For the most part, shields are generally optional until we get to level 80. More info on this in just just a little bit. So kill these Ice Fiends until you reach level 60, then proceed to slaughter Rock Fiends until level 72, assuming you have already found your Glacial Blades from the earlier Ice Fiends. Now upon reaching level 72, we can equip most of the Glacial set pieces with the exception of the Glacial Gauntlets. In fact, we should not get the Glacial Gauntlets, but we should get the Cactus Gloves instead. The Glacial Gauntlets only provide 4 accuracy and 8 strength for a total of 12 stat points, whereas the Cactus Gloves provide 17 accuracy and 1 strength for a total of 18 stat points. Remember that we do not care about HP and defense in our warrior build. So these points are incredibly valuable and we need to pick what gives us the highest sum of both accuracy and strength. Now this particular Glacial set goes for about 17 million gold in the market right now, and that comprises of course of the helmet, body, leggings and shoes. No gloves. Note that we are skipping the entire Dead Rock set because the Glacial set is simply much stronger with so minor level difference. It is also entirely up to you if you want to invest 13 million into the level 70 Dead Rock shield for more strength and accuracy, but like I said, we'll be getting a proper one at level 80 later on, so we do not really need the Dead Rock shield right now. I mean, we don't even need to get it at all. Now we move on to Venom Links, and henceforth begins our epic quest for Spider Genocide. Yes, we will be roughing up various Venom Links until we reach level 100. Woohoo! Fun! We will first grind crafted Venom Links until we reach level 80, and we will skip the entire level 75 Spectral set. Now excluding the Spectral Sword, note that the entire Spectral set is a scam and you will be losing 6 stat points downgrading from your Glacial set. I'm not saying that people who buy the Spectral sets are dumb, I'm just... Never mind. This particular spot on the left edge of the floor gives us access to 4 corrupted Venom Links, and I do recommend killing them 2 by 2 for a little bit more efficiency. Upon reaching level 80, we shall equip the godly Phantom set and take the time to smith a Dormant Shield, video linked up above. This will require some time to smith, but it's incredibly worth it as the Dormant Shield is the best shield for warriors for general leveling. It is even better than the level 95 Ancient Shield due to accuracy and strength stats it provides. Note that the Ancient Shield doesn't actually give you any strength and instead it makes you miss more often than not. I recommend using magic to grind out a Dormant Shield as it is faster than using melee thinking you are killing 2 birds with 1 stone. This entire set change is a massive upgrade and you should feel the immediate power difference. We will now grind Tormented Venom Links from level 80 to 85, which should just take a short period of time. This particular spot gives us access to 4 Tormented Venom Links in a relatively quiet place, so EXP should come by incredibly quickly, especially during world boosts. But upon reaching level 85, I do recommend upgrading your entire gear set to the level 85 Golemite set because it provides yet another massive stat boost which will be essential in meeting the accuracy needs for what we're about to farm next. The full Golemite set provides 51 additional total stat points than the full Phantom set, and this is massive considering the 29 accuracy bonus that we also just received. This entire Golemite set should cost you anywhere between 125 to 135 million gold worth of materials, and with this we can move on to the next group of spiders, the Rageful Venom Links. Now this particular spot is extremely rich in EXP and arguably the best spot for melee grinding. We have access to 6 Rageful Venom Links here, and I do recommend doing this particular 3x3 split for EXP efficiency. So first we want to target the top 3 Venom Links, and then we proceed down to the next 3 Venom Links below us, and then we go back and forth this way. We should have no issues blowing them a new hole with our brand new Golemite set, and upon reaching level 90, my opinion is that it is simply not worth it to upgrade your gear set to the Umbro set. Now the reason is this: at level 90 we are only 5 levels away from the baseline Ancient set, which means your level 90 Umbro set will be completely wasted as it cannot be traded. Although you could dismantle them into their materials and through high risk PvP, but yeah, still not worth it in my opinion. I call the level 95 Ancient set a baseline because the level 95 Soul Gazer S1 helmet can be further upgraded at level 100. But if you so wish to, I would recommend smithing only the Umbro helmet as the next helmet upgrade comes way later at level 100, where you will then unlock the Soul Gazer S4 recipe. Note that the baseline Soul Gazer S1 does not give much stats at all and is a total scam until you get to level 100 to equip its upgraded variations. Keep training at this spot until level 95 and we will be in our final stretch of our warrior journey. Now, at level 95 onwards, we can officially equip the baseline of the strongest warrior gear set in the game, the Ancient set. We will only require the Ancient body, legs, gloves, shoes, and scimitar, and as mentioned earlier, we will not be using the Ancient shield because it frankly sucks for warriors, and we will not be using the Soul Gazer S1 because the stats are complete shit. You should look similarly to my current build or with the Golemite helmet if you chose not to pursue the Umbro helmet upgrade, which is completely fine. Also, technically speaking, the Umbro gauntlets are superior to the Ancient gauntlets for warriors, but since we'll also be running a mage, I would just simply stick to the Ancient gauntlets for convenience. Now, with this absolutely disgusting 63 stat point gains, we could either continue farming the Rageful Venom Links we explored earlier, but killing them a lot quicker right now, or beating up some Disdain Venom Links for the greatest EXP gains possible. Both locations have their advantages and disadvantages, but are equally good in my opinion. So for the Disdain Venom Link option, this is probably the hottest farming spot in the game right now, and it is incredibly difficult to secure a comfortable spot without being asked on every 15 minutes by noobs. And this is especially true during world boosts. I therefore still recommend farming the Rageful Venom Links no matter how boring it gets. It is the best we have right now. And yay! Congrats! Assuming we are at level 100 right now, we can equip the Soul Gazer S4, which has the best warrior helmet stats in the game, the Elemental Shield, which has the best shield stats in the game, and we have 10 more melee and fortification stat points to play around with. But Was it all worth it? Now this is just my opinion here, but I personally feel that reaching level 95 is the most ideal place to stop. This gives you access to most of the important ancient set pieces, and the EXP curve gets ridiculously steep from here on. Pushing level 100 is incredibly boring, and it really only benefits your PvP prowess, which is atrocious in this game right now. But of course, these are just my opinions. Feel free to find your own accomplishments in Curse of Aros, and don't let my beliefs sway you from your goals. What is most important to you is not what someone else thinks, but what you feel is best for you. I mean, assuming you are not an idiot and you can make good choices in life. But anyway, that's it for this warrior guide. Let me know if this video helped you at all down in the comments below, and leave me any questions if you have any whatsoever, and I'll try my best to answer you as fast as I can. Now with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up, it really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Curse of Aros content. Now with that said, this has been Derry Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.